Hello and thank you for joining Paper Crafting with Tracy. Today we're going to be making this easel card, and it lifts up like so. So it's almost a double flap as well. Okay. And on the back it stands because it's got this little easel there. So it will stand freely like that. So I'm going to do a more masculine card this time. So I'm going to start off with my card base, which is just like the base we would use for the other ones, but it's only half. So it is 5.5 by 4.25. So that'll be the base. I'm going to have a piece of basic white cardstock, which is 4 by 5.25. So that'll fit on top of there. And then I'm using some designer series paper here from the Playing with Patterns 6x6 designer series. Okay, lots of different patterns. I was tempted to use the circles, but I was looking for more nautical theme. So lots of different things. I've used them before. So I thought this went along with my nautical theme. So these paper pieces here is 2.5 by 4, and it's scored on the edge here at the 1/2 inch mark. Now if you're using directional paper like I am, okay, the paper is going to be sitting on top and bottom. So depending on if your paper was, like if it was a pattern that all needed to face the same direction, you want to just pay attention as to where you're making that score line, because these are actually going to be folded around. So just to be careful of that. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, we've got these score lines here. And this design comes from a fellow demonstrator, Ann Anderson. Okay, so just get those, and those are going to be going around the corner like so. But before we do that, I just marked the halfway mark, which is the 2-inch mark, and I'm just going to fold these down to that center fold. Just like so. And the same on the other side. Okay, so that's what you end up with. And I'm going to do the same with the other piece as well. You could score it to make things easier, but I didn't, because this is just a small fold. Okay, like so. Okay, so now we're going to attach it to our white. So I'll just get my tape here. I've just put a new roll in there, so there we go. I'll just run some tape along there. Now, when you're putting it on, what I found the easiest, and you don't have to worry about taping this down yet, so I'll actually open that up just for a second, is when I put this on, I didn't go quite right up to the fold line. I left just a tiny little bit of a gap, and that's because it's going to fold right over top, so that when I fold it down now, it folds more flat as opposed to buckling. And we'll do the exact same thing on the other side. So again, pay attention if you've got directional paper for your designer series paper. So again, going almost to that fold line. Now, with this card here, I did put a little piece of Velcro in there, but if you were using magnets or something like that to close it, if you were doing that, you'd want to seal your magnet in on whichever end you're doing first, so the bottom. Whereas I'm not, so I'm just going to tape these down. And just like so. And I'll do the same on the other end. So this is a really quick card. Okay, and now you can attach this to your card base. And that will seal all this in. So you just want to pay attention. The top and the bottom will have a little bit narrower margin just because of the Designer Series paper folding down. There we go. Okay, now before I finish with that, I'm going to put my easel stand on there. So I've got a piece of 1 inch by 7.5 inch, and I've scored it at the 3 inch mark, the 6 inch mark, the 6.5, and the 7 inch. Okay, so you can fold it over, and then when you do this, you're just going to fold it one way, then back and back, so you end up with that kind of a W design. And then I'm just going to tape it onto itself. Okay, like so. And that's what you should end up with. And then I'm going to tape the back of this. Oops. And then, again, depending on which direction your card is facing, mine doesn't matter because it's the same way. Okay, but pay attention. You want to put this in the bottom center on the back. There we go. So now that part's done. Now we will finish with the flap on the inside. So I've got 3 pieces of cardstock. I have a piece of basic white, which is 2 by 3. I took a piece of navy, which is 2 1/4 by 3 1/4, and then Coastal Cabana, which is 2.5 by 3.5. Okay, and I'm just going to layer those like so. Okay, but before I do that, I'm going to do my stamping, just in case. So I'm going to use the Sailing Home stamp set and also Seaside Notions. With the Seaside Notions, I like the birthday, the happy birthday, so we'll just get that out. And I will stamp that in the Night of Navy. Okay, nice and wet. There we go. And then I'm going to use basic black. And I think I will do the sailboat. Let's see how that fits. Oh, it's going to be a little tight. So I'll use the smaller sailboat that's in the stamp set. There we go. Okay, so I'll just get my Memento ink here. I could use the Night of Navy again. There we go. Cover up my inks. And now I'll just layer these. So, and then I'm going to center that on the inside of that one. So paying attention, if I line up kind of where the white is, it will make sure that my tape isn't anywhere. Oops, I got a little bit of tape stuck on the outside there. And just like so. Okay, and now I'm just going to attach this to the top half of the card. So just line it up, kind of make a note, okay, that's where the top is going to be. So I'll just add some tape to the bottom of this. And then I will line it up again. And there we have it. So I'll just add some other embellishment here. So I think what I will do is I'll get the birds out of this. And we'll just add some birds. Oops. Sticking to everything with that piece of tape. So just paying attention as to where the birds would be, and then I'll have them coming in and out. So that when I close it, the birds are showing. And there you have it, a simple birthday card. So I hope you enjoyed this edition of Paper Crafting with Tracey. Please subscribe to my channel and join us on Facebook, Pinterest, and Instagram as well. Happy stamping!